size of you was eyes, and despise it is our way to make a king romanticize.
She's been a good mother anyway, standing over the top of the calf because it doesn't want to get on its feet. So, how are you looking? I would say better. Looks less sore on the legs, a bit more solid than the dung there. That's good. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what is that? What is that? We are combining between here and that rain right now. That's the rain on here, so it's definitely on there. Looks as if it'll pass and it should clear up again in a couple of hours. So we could shift or we could hang fire. By the time we get shifted and get everything sorted out, we think it'll be good to go again where we are at the moment. So the lines kick off in half an hour. So we're sending everyone in to just go and watch the rugby for a couple of hours and we'll see what it's like. And hopefully it's good to go again there. Last of the seed barley to get dried. And that's all the barley done. We're at OSR just now. That heat's probably sitting at just over 9%, so there's hardly any drying to do to it. That crop's not going to go away till next year, so like to run through the dryer just to even it up, mix it up, less chance of getting hot spots and whatnot. Pretty sure it'd be fine, but grab Dad's trusty shovel without a handle. Spend a fortune on a machine like that, but we'll not buy a new shovel. This one's good for another 10 years. Right, onto this crop next. I'm going to go and fit a battery to a fuel Bowser. The old battery, which is reading 14.5 volts, it's plenty volts to it, but it's just not got the capacity. I don't know, it just drains it dry very quickly. Not sure why, but it's 50 quid for a new one, so. Oh god, it looks wet in there. Is that normal? Or is that just leaked battery acid? Love it. What's that? Sulfuric acid? Is that what it is? What's in a battery? I don't know. PB. That's lead. Right, it's in. I do actually want to just check that the trickle charger is definitely charging, so we'll probe that. It's charging anyway. Quick stop for another Scotch pie. Oh, we've only really been doing these a month or two, or 3, but as of recently, but we do hit the spot. The shooters must have forgot their pigeons. Update 208. Angus, bit of acidosis, who wasn't doing very well at all, has vastly improved. There you go. Back end is solid. That's good. And she's on her feet. Can't ask much more, really. Good news. Bright, ears up, head up. Great. And Timmy as well. Apart from the fact that the cow's over him, he's happy too. Oh, I'm glad to get through that bit of acidosis without anything keeling over. I've just been shifting bales here, but I got a phone call from Dunk saying the side knife on the combine's broken, so Dad wasn't far away. Oh, he's got the bloody key. No, he doesn't. There it is.
The size of you's eyes and teach them all that then despise it is our way to make a king romanticize how they begin fetishize the struggling while all the while it's suffering in everyone and then they hear what they truly are. The rigmarole, the tortured soul, the constant spin, the merry-go roundhouse kicking to the face, sheer loss of.
So the side knife is responsible in oilseed rape for cutting through the entangled crop so the header runs smoothly. So Dunk and I are going to strip this down because it's sitting at about 40 degrees from parallel where it should be. So the first bit I'm going to tackle is this knuckle. It's a cast piece, and unfortunately, after a little bit of force, I broke the damn thing. Cast is not prone to bending or being malleable, so I'm going to attempt to weld it. It's pretty tricky to weld cast. You need to be pretty on it with your preheating and reducing the rate of cooling, so keeping it warm as it cools. Otherwise it becomes very brittle. So I'll make an attempt and hopefully it'll hold. The other pieces Dunk have stripped off, I'm going to put a bit of heat to them and try and bend them back to square as best we can get, because we're in a pinch right now. I can't get hold of a spare from anywhere, so this one needs to work to get this field finished today. So a bit of manhandling later and we've got the pieces as square as we can get them, and it's now a case of putting it back together as best we can and going and fitting it and seeing if we've managed to do a decent job or not, and if the welding will hold.
Knife is back on. It's still got a little bit of a kink to it. See, it's pointing away to the left a little bit. I think it'll be alright, but we've got this last field to do, so we might just work away at that, get this field finished. Just take our time. That bit being cast, I don't know how that's going to survive. I preheated it as much as I could and kept heating it as it was cooling to reduce the chance of it going really brittle. That's been squared up, but that's still not quite 100% square, and that's what's causing the kink. Anyway, Dunk's just about to turn it on, so we'll see what happens. One of the sections is broken down there, but we'll manage away. Yeah, it's working fine, we'll crack on. Not bad, 2 hours downtime. 8:45 Dunk phoned me and it's now 10:42, so we'll take that. As long as the repair holds. I think it was overgrown hedges in the field kind of bunching up on the side knife and just pulling it around a little bit and twisting it rather than like hitting something. They're not overly strong in that direction. Like a set of Stilsons, I could twist them around easy peasy. Next stop, the kennels to fetch my damn dog. When I was shifting bales, I just let her out into the field to run around, and then I swapped with Dad, and it's fine, she runs around the field, no bother. And the guys up at the yard, the water guys, obviously Betty went and had a wee sniff around them, and they didn't twig that it was our dog, and they've taken the dog to the kennels. So now I went to go and pick Betty up. I'm hoping they're not going to charge me. You rascal! You rascal! The side knife got me. Sliced me. This spring barley is what we'll be into next. A few bits of it lying flat. There was a dung mid in there, so there's a bit more fertility in there. It's looking better than it was anyway. It looks better than it did a few months ago, but it's still not great. Like from a distance looks quite nice, but you go and you pull some out. Let's take one that's tillered. So that's got 5 or 6 tillers, but these ones are, like, that's a third of a tiller. That's another third of a tiller. You've only really got, what, 2 big heads off of that, and then the rest will make up another 2. So we've maybe got equivalent of 4 full tillers maximum, and the size of those seeds are pretty poor.
this is not going to be decent, and the quality will be poor as well. Yeah, spring barley yields are going to be not very good, not very fun to combine. Unfortunately, it has just been affected a bit by the drought. The rain just probably came 2 weeks late. The rain we did get, if we'd got it 2 weeks earlier, this would have been potentially a fantastic crop, but it didn't come, so it suffered. I'd be inclined to come in and spray the whole lot off today. Dad's just a little bit kind of on the wary side in terms of affecting the germination for malting, so I've sent a picture to the agronomist. Stevie can decide for us. 245 straw lorry.
You said we're all the same. Are you all the you of enemies? Star with no melodies. Mark the bleeds a legacy. Spark without you is a peak. Darkness at the envy. The friends ain't ever friend me. But I die. You'll sell me. You'll sell me. You'll kill me. No, it's in too much space.
Job done. Loaded that a little bit differently to normal because it's a little bit of a slope here, so down the right hand side were too high, then everything off of the left hand side from there. I was just checking he made it out of the field. No problem. He's back tomorrow for another load. He's just going back to back to back for another 4 loads. There's 1 load sitting there and then the rest is scattered about, which we'll bring in as and when required. Filling this up to take around to the grain store. Just about full, so I'll shut off the intake, not the intake, the outtake, whatever you call it, dispatch. There you go, there's the word for it. Just this switch here. Just need to make sure that timer's not on 0 or else it causes a lot of nonsense. Discharge off. Let the elevators and conveyors run dry, and then we'll get that trailer into that shed. Don't know if we're going to fit all the OSR in here, which good problem to have, but Harvey's just in with another load there. This is probably the second last load. It's coming in at 7.6% now, so it's getting dry. It is still going through the grain dryer, but just getting a tiny blast, then it's getting 30 minutes of cooling, and really it's only going in there so we can just make sure it's all had a good mix through. Pretty nice sample, a few more reds in this crop than the other 2 crops. Give us a wave! A few visitors there picking up their pancake beef box. A slight spillage coming down the hill there. I was probably stacking the bales a bit aggressively. It would maybe just benefit from a strap front and back, and then that won't happen. Thankfully I was just going too high at the front, so that one didn't fall off and land on the cab.
The struggling while all the while the suffering in everyone, a memory of what they truly are. The rigmarole, the tortured soul, the constant spin, the merry-go-round house kicking to the face. Sheer loss of private space, the moths, the snakes, the tiny ways go